Hello, and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. I'm gonna change the link. It's better symmetry. So, I set this up yesterday. I noticed an issue on the outputs of these, so I've made them bulks. But this is functional. The rate is a little bit under what it should be, so there might be another issue that I need to address. But I need to first get the more important train stuff going, which will need more landfills and more rails, which I should have to build a bunch of train stuff here. I need to make depots, I need to make a dedicated refueling spot. I need a sulfuric acid train to mine uranium. It'll be interesting. It should be smooth enough. Just have to set up a few meteor defenses, but shouldn't take too long. I should be able to have completely polluted this water. The pollution spread quickly from those 50-ish, 40 big drills. That was very fast. But I need this because my power is going to run out if I don't do this. It should be easy enough. I really wonder how this jetpack is set up. Because it resets bot movement and it like shifts you to a different universe is what it seems like. I should be done on the planet soon. I miscalculated filling up the rocket because I assumed that these, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that these ingots stack to 100, where every other ingot is 50 or less. So I can fit a lot more than I thought into one rocket. Which means if I want to fill the rocket I need to take longer here, but it's not really necessary. I need to adjust these. I need to spend more time on improving the electric poles. That I could make, that would be efficient, but I could replace the electric poles with substations, and it'd be super wasteful, but it would be much easier to manage the spacing and being able to place down roboports. Might be an idea. They're not that, like, resource-wise, they're not really expensive. Like, it's inefficient, but it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, fly. Copy that. These guys, because then I can let them charge more while I relatively painlessly expand the rails. This I'm not going to build manually because that is a pain. This is Alt F. Should be easy enough to get this built. How much further? Yeah, not too much further. It's almost done. Then I need to set up a drop-off station. Here's where I line the box. I just set up a drop-off station for the unprocessed uranium, which could mean going a little further and just belting it, is what I'm probably going to do. Unprocessed, move it all here. Gets processed just fine. I need to set up a filling station for sulfuric acid, which I can pull that, put another stop down here, and that's where the liquid will fill. That should work. Then once that's done, hopefully I will have a reasonably full rocket to fly home with. Right click. Get this thing to rely on the bot. I get all of this beryllium. It's aeroframe stuff that I'll be able to set up, which on Novus I could set up bot crafting for. But I need to plan how to. I guess I'm doing bot crafting in space too. Might be able to get away with a lot. It's mostly built. There's a little missing up there. There's signals that don't exist. Uranium. I think this won't even need a proper setup. Just place as many drills as I can. Okay. 2 there. Sure. Not gonna be an efficient beacon layout. 3, 3, 3, 3 is not too bad. I can feed the sulfuric acid on the right. Hello! Oh yeah, good spots. As always, I hope you're doing well today. Okay, that's fine. This is the laziest mining setup I've set up in a while. Not even trying to make it nicer. Yeah. Factorio is a lot of time investment. I would say it's hard to jump in and jump out. You kind of need time. But hey, imagine got more important stuff done. I just never understand the face of the Factorio engineer. I'm assuming the thing sticking out the front is like some sort of breathing apparatus, but great. Close on that range. right as I was starting. Oh, actually, kind of interestingly, I lost like 5 minutes between the save that I had to load and where I technically saved at the end of yesterday. Because for some reason the zip was corrupted or something. I don't think I lost anything, but it was surprising. Yeah, the autosaves are what saved it. I could probably stand to just save more often in case it happens again. Oh, I don't have enough rails. Fair enough. Yeah, it was weird. Like, I can't even guess why. I don't know enough about the actual tech and software, but it's... this is a loading train. I need a liquid emptying train, though. So I need more space, which means this goes here. Yeah, it's... I don't think I did anything weird, unless... No, I closed out of the game normally, so it's not like pulling a flash drive out of a computer without ejecting it type of scenario. But it's a good thing this auto saves. Yeah, I'm gonna finish building this rail network fairly quickly. And I properly noticed that the beryllium's the only ingot that stacks to 100. Because I guess it's lighter. Everything else is 50 or less, which means you can carry a lot more in a rocket. Does it make sense? Like arrow... Oh, do I not have the research or did I mistype? Yeah, the aeroframe stuff is made of beryllium, which I guess is associated with a low density. Yes, much more convenient. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the fact that they were actively stacking to 100 in the chest, but it does. Which means it's even better for shipping, I guess. Shoot, I didn't filter this. Oh my goodness. So because I didn't filter it, I was feeding it into here, feeding it into there, and then instantly feeding it back, and it was just looping forever. Funny. Yeah, I'm just, like, from a, like, it being an easy metal point of view, it's kind of, it's surprising to me that it is easier to ship than, like, iron, but you don't really need to ship iron as, it's not as definitive of a need to ship. Where beryllium is like, you don't get it on Novus, so if you want to use it on there, you have to ship it, so the factors all come into play. Is this finally up to rate? Still no. It's not going at the intended speed. 8, 7, 10. It might be the sand, I don't know. Oh yeah, 'cause What, iridium is a 20 stack? Yeah. And then you look at the imagining shipping this nakium ingot with stack size 10 feels... I mean, maybe it's not used much, which would help, but feels kind of tougher by comparison. Imagine you probably don't use a crazy amount, and it's late game, so you already have infrastructure. Oh yeah, like, have you made more use of your... This feels weird. A spaceship for moving, or is it still mostly just ferrying fuel? I want to pick up more rails, which I don't actually know if I sent enough rails here. Might have to craft some. Yep, I need to craft some rails. Should be easy enough. Probably don't have those. Yep. This will eat up a bunch of iron if I let it run for too long, so I have to be careful. 500, restrict that to like 250. Which is wrong, I should restrict that to 300. Which is not a lot of rails, but it's enough for now. Wow. If I look at that... Pick up here, maybe I can spot it. No, it's Asteroid Belt 2. Where's... Oh, there's Asteroid Belt 1. I just kind of want to look at... Is this a specific landing thing that's required? So you... Because I guess you... I think you've described your setup as kind of overkill. Or certain parts of your setup you've described as overkill, so I imagine it's sort of... It's a very... Oops. Very functional going forward. Also need to filter... I need a better way to deal with these. I should probably just make a big chest instead of what I'm doing. I should just do this. Bad position to place that. I should have put it one to the left. Very bad way to build this. Now that should fulfill what I need. That will plus out stuff. Okay. It's janky, but it will work for now. Orbit space on the landing pad. Yep. Based on landing pads? Yeah, because like... If you set everything up with landing pads, instead of just like pulling things out of a central landing pad, it will probably be... I mean, everything lands where you need it. Whereas I assume a spaceship calls for more space if you want it to stop somewhere to deliver stuff. Okay, that's set up. I need to set up another. I need the rails that I'm crafting. Yeah, I didn't think about, like, once you get the rocket reusability, then you can probably set it up very, like, sustainably. I have to think it's still probably easier to get you can get if you have to get yourself around, using a spaceship must be nicer than trying to move just with cargo rockets, right? Oh, I guess I haven't had to approach the asteroid belt yet. Yeah, like, if I could move between these planets freely, it would be lovely. Don't I have enough? What? Why this? Oh, yeah, no, I never connected that. It is one of the big, like, ignoring all the, like, big it's another mechanical difference that matters, but, like, how easily you could move between planets in Space Age quickly, like, it was like, oh, I forgot something, I'll just pop back, it's a very different experience now. Why do I not have any of those? I thought I brought a lot in my inventory. Wait, did I leave my bot somewhere? I have 2 extra, that's fine. Okay, split. Let's just copy this. That. Just the rest. Oh, that's silly. I can just draw a straight line. Where are my bots? Oh, I must have double clicked it. That makes sense. It's... maybe I should put these on this side, that's better. Yeah, but stuff becomes less challenging with time. It's kind of... It's an interesting element where it's like, you want things to generally be... Like, to me, it's like, okay, it's best if it's not annoying, but if it's difficult, then once you solve it, it's nice. Like, the spaceships, the cargo ships at this stage are not annoying to not be able to constantly leave and come back. So, like, eventually once that becomes easy and convenient, it will still be nice. You kind of don't get that same potential. Oh, I can finally fly. If you can do that early. Okay, that connected. Yes, it is. It doesn't have liquid, which is fine. This will be called sulfur, not sulfur, sulfuric acid. Oh, I hate liquids. So sulfuric acid drop off. This is a pickup that I can't enable yet because it will cause problems. I'll load there. That's all fine. Safety. Yeah, actually, look. If I get the... If I do focus astronomic science to tier 3, it'll be much more accessible? Imagine, because I mean, if I can't craft any of this stuff, I don't think I'd be able to piece it together properly. Like what each bit is, so I think a lot of it seems simple enough. There's even an in-game guide. Wonderful. Big text document that I can just read. Okay, that's there. I need to make depots before I forget. So it doesn't really make sense, does it? The idea that it's crash when it has all the repair materials. Like, my basic impression is like, okay, fuel, you need electricity for something, which might be that these run on power. They do run on electricity as well. Learning what that does is interesting. Used to move a spaceship between planets, must be contained within spaceship walls, doors, no gaps or holes. I also really like the information page. It's like you want it to be at least somewhat conical. Where in Space Age I just made everything square. Yes. Yes, that's actually... They're not infinite... Well, maybe you can make one that can fly forever, but like, they're not inherently designed around being like infinitely self-sustaining. Which is convenient. I'm still 20 below the projected amount. These are not running 100% of the time. These are not running 100%, which is still fine. Am I missing beacons? No, this whole section's fully beaconed. The loading seems to be full speed. Am I missing one here? Did I go... No, I have 10. 10 is enough there. 4, 4, 1, 7, 10. I have extras. Is the extra the issue? It doesn't make sense to me that it would be. Am I not controlling the water properly? No, this seems happy. It's the beryllium sulfate that's under... supplying? I'm missing productivities. I'm not. I have to guess that it's something to do with the sand. Like, I'm not getting the sand down this way fast enough. These are all full of sand, so that's not the issue. It shouldn't be. Like, I should always have a backlog of about 1,000 water. Maybe if I increase it, maybe if I change it to 10,000, that's what I need. Like, it could be that it's spiking. I guess if I check fluids... The production's going up and down. I don't think that that is necessarily the issue. Because it does line up almost perfectly, but it could be the issue. Like, that's not full. It seems to me like it's the beryllium sulfate. But I'm not filling it too slowly. And like, extra of these shouldn't There's no reasonable world where having more chemical plants processing the Beryl would reduce the rate at which I'm producing the beryllium sulfate. Is it the same place? Yes, it is. No. Sulfuric acid seems to be happy. I have 70,000 in the pipeline. Am I not? It looks like it's all being fed in properly. Oh. That's what it is. It's not that, it's that I misplaced water out on the right side? Yes, I misplaced water on one side. Somehow? No, both sides. I missed the middle. Okay, that makes sense. So these two are just not running at all. Oh, that makes sense. Because I was pulling it out with this, but then I moved it, but I didn't make a way for it to connect. Okay. That should fix it. That's probably the worst way to make that mistake. It was trying to fix stuff in a way that multiple stages of attempting to solve one problem, but instead introducing another issue. Because I switched the sand moving. It was originally like here, then I had to move it to the middle, then I had to move it out, but I didn't adjust for the fact that I'd put the red there. Okay, what a terrible mistake to have made. It should be fine now. I'm glad that I was just clicking every machine. Now it should be working. Yes, okay, what a bad mistake. I need to pay more attention when I'm making changes. It's so slow because of how much it stacks to. I can't double this though. Huh? I thought it would line up if I guess this whole section just doesn't line up properly. That's a problem. Yeah, I need to grab more of those if I had them. Nope. I do not have any more rail signals. They craft somehow copper. Those shouldn't be in there. They should be in here. A lot of cargo rocket sections. I have 259. Okay, I need some of these to load my train. I need some copper, some iron to make some of those. I guess I'm going to have to leave early from this. Waiting for it to fully fill up will take too long. But once I go back, I can use the beryllium to make aeroframe poles and then scaffolds. And then I don't think that's the path. Where's the recipe? Rocket. Oh, it's just straight plates. Okay. So every stack of 100 is 1,000. 1,000 divided by 8 is about 125. If I actually, 1,000 divided by 4 is number. So 250 cargo rocket sections per inventory, which is a lot. That's a lot of sections. Just from one inventory space of ingots. And I make one inventory space every 2 minutes. Pretty good. I'll have to fly back with a near empty rocket if I don't want to sit here for a very long time. 4 hours to full, at least? It's just not viable. I still have stuff to build back there, but... Oh, I made some of these when I didn't need them. Whoops. So I think I unload my stuff here. Unload my trains. It's gonna be a little further down than I thought. I guess I can just build it further up. Right here. I think, yeah. I don't know what the iridium or iridite, whatever. I cannot remember what iridium does. Like, I know this is the cargo rockets. The holmium does... Oh, yeah, iridium does heat shielding. And the multispectral mirror that I haven't made any of so far. Multispectral, low density, less glass, no heat shielding, more lubricant, more space gel. Doesn't need steel or heat shielding. That'll be good. It looks like a very good recipe. And then I'll be able to make flat solar panels and, well, actually, I need a lot of multispectrals for other stuff eventually. X-rays, which is based here. It kind of makes me think that I was considering... I need to fix this. I was considering doing all the metals as much as possible before even focusing on research. And that kind of feels almost worth it for some of those iridium-based recipes. Because that's quite... Oh, goodness. I really need to fix this. Plate recipe. I know one of them. Well, I know one... Like, iridium at the very least was slightly gated compared to the Beryl. I can't remember what the holmium... holmium... What was it used for again? Nothing there. What is it used for? Is it the cables? Used for something else? No. I can't see what they're used for. Beryl, if I click this, has the direct, that, and observation frames. Does it have... Is there a different recipe for observation frames? Ah. Craft 10 with no steel, same everything else, but crafting twice as much. That's pretty good. Weird. Cables. Oh, it's working from superconductive? No. Oh, there's the blue circuit. Okay. It makes 2 processing units with half as many of the other circuits. It makes twice as many for half as many circuits, but with the added cables, which is pretty good. I don't really need that or that. Oh wait, these should be the passives. Oh wait, that one's full, always. Okay, distracted. I was going to set up something that needed rails. Yeah, like... Currently I'm not stressed about blue circuit production, but eventually it would be nice... wrong one. Unload. To have, you know, more efficient methods. It would reduce the material drain, it would be easier to supply everything. Power. Did I not? I definitely brought a ton of steel chests. But I convinced myself I did. I guess I didn't. I guess I used them all. I guess I can use iron chest. Should be fine. Yeah. I mean, circuits are such an integral part of so many things. It feels bad to use iron chests, but it's fine. I grab this. I'll have to invert it, but it's mostly just to keep track of that. It's weird that they actually have to break and replace those. It's kind of interesting. Oh, I have to double check. I don't trust... Yep, I know I had it backwards. I always do. Always have it backwards. So this is the uranium. The uranium then just needs to run over there. I can probably just run one belt. Because the consumption rate will be low enough that I can just sort of do this. Oops, that's fine. Yeah, it feels like it might be... Unless I'm missing something, I don't think there's huge benefits. Like, I can see where there's some benefit from Astro for... Like, if I set up a space station that would help with... Or not space station, a spaceship that could help with some of the materials, but... It mostly seems like there's not a huge benefit for the Astro science for then making the other metals. Well, actually, the cargo safety is pretty valuable, because then shipping stuff between places, the reusability and safety is actually quite beneficial. So there is value in doing the research for doing all these other metal things, but getting the metal production on the planet, I don't think seems like it will change. Just by the next few researches, so it feels anymore. It feels safe. Okay, I wanted to make a depot. I don't really have a good depot system. I don't have a loop here, so if they... I'll just put a loop at the end here. Just to keep it safe. Yeah. Yeah, because if I get... See, that's a good reason. Because if I can get a spaceship, I won't have to worry about, oh no, I only have 50 of the 500 stacks in this cargo rocket, but I don't want to leave until it's full. I can actually just, presumably, I can just spaceship and leave. That's a very strong argument. And I'm gonna fold to that argument. It didn't take much to convince me, but I'm gonna copy exactly this. It's not a proper turn-off or anything, but I just need a depot. Did I set up my liquid? No, I didn't, so I need to put it on this side for safety. Do I have the depot? There it is. Are these called depot? They are. I actually made this blueprint correctly. The entry is a mess. But that's not the end of the world. Okay. I need some stone. I need a chest full of stone. I don't need stone, I need the process form, which means let's pump it into there, put some fuel in, and give me the output. Perfect. That gives me stone, I need some iron, and probably a little more copper. Okay, that can help me finish with my construction. So, I have the drop-off, I need sulfuric acid filling, and I need the trains to be on the rails, and then I should be good to go. I need one liquid train and one more item train, but I could fit extra item trains with more depots. Okay. I wonder if I could have set up any direct filling. I love the idea of direct filling trains. It just feels impractical to me. I could be missing the value, but we should exit. I think it's a stat. Ooh, I didn't actually pay attention to that. It worked fine, but I probably should have checked first. Doesn't look great. And that's actually a pretty coincidental lineup. I think it has a straightaway, so it's fine. Really need to fix the station exit. Oh, this is actually an intersection now. So I do need to fix it. That looks wrong. I need one of these. There. Everything else looks fine. Need more rails, more depot segments. This is fluid. Pick up. How did I set up my fluid trains? I haven't looked at them in a while. Yeah, it is fluid pickup. And everything else is the same. Good. Is everything working, or is everything kind of just stopped? Yeah, everything's currently just kind of stopped. Which means I'm not being productive. Yep, my science stopped a while ago because of machine learning. That is not ideal. Machine learning stopped because of copper, which I should have no copper here then. Yep, I don't have copper, which I didn't think that's... Clearly my numbers are wrong somewhere in my request if I don't have enough copper and none of it's being requested here. Oh, because I turned off utility science? Because I don't need utility science. Did my productivity science request not... Is it missing something? Oh, because I set it up with the utility. Okay, that tracks. Okay. Because I turned that off, I'm not making the component... I incorrectly tied the machine learning data into the utility science and turned that off. With this being tied to this is fine, but I should just leave that on. That makes a lot of sense. Now it will fix itself, I hope. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I need another... So I need to pipe sulfuric acid into trains. I really don't... This feels like I have issues with... It was shift 1, not control 1. I have issues with filling the trains. I think I always place it on the bottom, which I think has worked consistently. I just don't trust it. Right here is the turn. There. That's too far. Ooh, that's gonna shut everything down. Pump. So, easiest way would just be break that. That going. Should I should probably buffer some sulfuric acid. Probably better before the split. And mix between the two. Maybe I could split it more aggressively and have a storage tank for both. Excuse me. That would be... I think that's probably unnecessary. That should be plenty of buffer. No. Not net loss, not net loss. Very, very slow gain, though. Sulfuric acid is 1k per minute. Currently I'm draining 600 per minute. Pretty sure that I messed up in placing these. Pretty sure that's not gonna be enough. Currently it is restricted by sulfur. Sulfur is restricted by just raw numbers. I'm not making enough. That's an easy solution. So it's a problem with an easy solution. Boom. More sulfur. That should give me so much more. I'm working at... I just want the numbers. From 0.55 to 2.15, yes. That's almost 4 times faster. I need to fix those. Those can wait, but I need to fix them. So that should mean... Why did it spike 3 minutes ago? I guess because it had a... Okay, it had something to fill. So now I'm making 5k. That is... As long as it's sustainable, that's good. Now I can... do more. Okay, this will be a pickup. I will need a fluid train. I will want... Nope, that's not a roboport. Not a roboport to keep it stocked. I'm not going to build a fuel station. I really don't need one. As long as I just remote supply fuel. Hold on, all the way down here. There's one there. That should be... Did I fill this with sulfuric acid? No, I didn't. That is still water. Okay. These are all connected, which means this is now connected, which means... I can copy that. Once that fills up, I can put a fluid train here, and then I will be making good progress. I will have to swap it around a bit, I think, because I don't think it will refuel when it's on automatic. Oh no, it does. Okay, good. This is a fluid train. It's set up correctly. Oh, it was on manual. Good. I think there's a flaw. It's never been an issue before, but there's a flaw in my setup. Oh, because it wasn't technically at... Okay, there is not a flaw. It wasn't at the fluid pickup point. So, once it had some filled into it, it wasn't waiting for full cargo. So it left instantly. That's fine. That at least makes sense. It's weird, but it makes sense to me. And add one more depot. And one more, then I can care even a little bit less about being careful about adding trains. Still need some iron to make more signals. I need to pick up some tanks to add a buffer at the other end. Some tanks here. I crafted an electric boiler earlier because I thought I didn't have any, but I'm quite surprised to learn that I had electric boilers here. What for? Oh yeah, that's for that step, and I made like 50 of them, and I shipped like 10. And the 50 are still somewhere in a chest on Novus. Tank, give me a tank. There they are. Yes, I crafted the things I need to craft. Okay, as long as the depot is separated, it's fine. I didn't pick up more rails though. Wait, the depots are fine there. Shift 3, X, shift 1 there. A better distribution. Okay, that's robot. I need to add at least a few breaks because my straightaway did not have these placed on it, which is something that I have since fixed. Ooh, I don't like that they don't connect together at the three-way intersection. They do all connect, just not in a nice triangle. This intersection does not look right. I think it's fine, but I think I need to... There's bits that could probably be done better, is what it feels like. That section's fine. This section is short enough that I'm fine with it. It's here that I need to adjust because it's a very long straightaway. But the longer this takes, the more metal I collect before I leave. If I look at... Not arrow. Alright, let's go science. If I want to research a spaceship, that is 200, 400, 600, 7, 8, 9, 960, 970, 980. It's less than 1,000 research, though. It's a mix of stuff, so it's not just that. It's not a lot of research. So if I use the factory manager to get approximates for 1,000 of each type of research that I would need. I can get a minimum amount to bring back to get whatever. It's split a bit better. It's not totally split. I can get an approximate. So back to sciences. Astronomic. 2, making 20. And astronomic 3, making 20, which I can multiply. Too far. So that and that. Oh, these recipes are weird. Actually, I'm definitely not gonna be able to make that much of these later ones because they do build off the previous, but to make 20 astronomic ones, I need 480 beryllium plates, and if I multiply all that by 50, so 2,500, 25,000 beryllium plates for 1,000 science ones. 25,000 divided by 10, 2,500, which would be 25 stacks of ingots for 1,000 science pack ones. These would be half as many science ones. It's a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, but this one, for this first step, it should be, like, just based on the ingredients here, the first step should be accurate. The next two are not. Because they don't have the other components. It'll be probably, I assume I want like 200? I probably want at least 200 stacks is what it roughly feels like to be like safe on the amount of Beryl without having to ship more, but I can just ship more. It won't be hard. That will work. This will mine. I put this whole thing backwards. Impressive, if I do say so myself. Yeah, which will mean that I'll probably, because I'm not going to sit around waiting for this to fill. I'll probably just go back with whatever I have at the point that I'm ready to leave, and then just prepare to ship an entire thing later as needed. Just send it to Novus default landing pad. Because I do have enough rocket sections to send another rocket without having to ship back and forth. That's there. This is filling pretty slowly. It's only 4.5k. It's not super fast. That has a way back. Okay, that should be set up. I have to hope it works properly. Ooh, I never set up. I have not yet set up the Overx enrichment. I didn't bring spare 235 to jumpstart it. I should have. I meant to. But I was more focused on getting here. It's not a huge issue. I just need to make sure that I set this up to work. So we have enough fuel for now. It'll run for enough time that it can... It will have enough time to sort itself out. I do, however, need more iron, which I can get easily. Okay, bad planning. I need to adjust this setup. That's processing the initial step. That's inputting into there. This is the Kovarex, which will filter, grab the bad uranium. I could just do this, it'll be faster to refit this. It'll be faster to start from here. That can't be right. Oh, because I shifted. Okay, makes sense. That was not supposed to be there. Wait, oh, I had those off center. Okay. Bad planning, as always, by me. Grab loop. And this upper bit is actually not supposed to loop. It's this that needs to loop. But it doesn't actually need to loop, it just needs to get to here, where I have these filtered for the correct materials, which I can never find. There, 235 goes there. That will only grab the 235. It'll take a while before this gets going. The 235 will go directly here, which temporarily will be a problem. So I can shift this over one. And then temporarily cut that to steal that. Rotate that for myself. And that should mean this goes into here. Those split, that feeds into there. Eventually I'll need to turn this back on to feed from there to there for anything directly mined. But this will be feeding itself, and then it will cycle. Okay, it'll take a while for that to get going. It might take too long for that to get going. But why are these not the same? Are they not all? Those, it's prioritizing the end of the line? There's nothing flowing, basically, but... Weird, my sulfuric acid died. Why did it die? Because I don't have enough sulfur, then I don't have enough sulfur, because I don't have enough petroleum, I don't have enough petroleum, because I'm making a bunch of rocket fuel to fill this. That's probably why. Scale these up a bit. kind of cut myself off with this. We do more up here. Heavy oil's fine, light oil. I'm also making a ton of processed fuel. Okay, I'll let this work while I fix my meteor defenses. So basic meteor defense will be centered around... I guess these are small enough that these can actually just directly place around. Okay. Oh, no, wait. That one too close. Quick charge mode. I guess you can change the modes of these. I didn't actually... That... Interesting. Pressing R over them. Wait. They turn orange. That's pretty cool. I'm restarting the layout. 3 hours to coronal mass ejection. So, I'm gonna try to make something that looks better. I go centered. Yeah, that's fine. Even if I off-center them, it doesn't actually help. So, that's the basic idea. This will call for 50 point defense ammo each. And I'll just do that. Okay. I still don't know what this big... Oh! Interesting. I guess I thought the red was from the defenses, but it's the darker that's the defenses. It's the orange plus the darker that makes the red. So I should turn off... No, turn off the logistics network. So that I can actually see what's going on. Oh, I can just do this. Just place it remotely. Much easier. I'm not defending my rail stations. All I'm gonna hope is that the odds are pretty low of that being a problem. So now I need logistics to connect properly. Everything looks logistically connected. I'm doing the point defenses because they're more efficient. It feels kind of silly to use them though. It's so much more effort. Less of a just very basic set and forget. What's unhappy? Oh, there. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, no, wait. That was for the future thing there, so I do actually want that. But I do need iron. That was the other thing that I need to set up before I could leave. I have 80,000 iron here. I could almost belt that. That'd be a bad idea. I should probably just take this iron here. Probably blueprint it and press escape too many times. Blueprint right here. That would be 2. I don't have that many. Oh, how many belts do I have? I really just want to belt that nearby one, because it'll be enough if I can get it all. Oh yeah, that should be enough belts. Time to be lazy. 81,000 should be plenty. Sometimes it's nice to be lazy. I placed those one too far. I have the infrastructure for when I need to do this properly, but I think at this stage belting over this distance is acceptable. Purely for the convenience. Where's my iron? This is ore that's unprocessed. I need to bring it in here. Perfect. Oh. Hello. Hope you're doing well. It's happy. I need to get power applied. There should be way more than enough iron for now. Oh, these could be better too. That's fine. I should be able to get out of this planet soon. 50. It stacks so slowly. I guess I could fly out with the other. I could leave with the cryo stuff instead and just do a mixed rocket. That's probably what I should do if I don't want to be too inefficient. It'll take a minute to fill it manually, but it is probably the correct choice. Which means I already turned that away. So if I just get a couple chests. This is more than one chest sort of. So we'll unload that. My trains should be happy. This is working. Oh, I don't have a pickup for that yet because I didn't actually build it. I need roboports to reach up here first. Control paste, which is the... It's the blue chest, I hope. Perfect. Oh, it was in range. I missed. Oh. Huh. I have confused myself. It's not the construction that I need, it is the logistics. That looks bad. Okay, that'll fill the train that can now be reasonably set up to pick up my uranium. Current issue boils down to sulfuric acid. Has it filled up yet? No. It's still doing very poorly. It has reminded me to check that. Yep. This is pretty full though, so it should be able to fill it up. And I shouldn't have to manual that ever again. until I add a new station and then ruin everything again, but that's fine. Oh, it does remind me though, I do need to... It did fill up. It's actually pretty close to full. I need to get iron ingots over here. I don't really have the best space to build a station, but... Exit... Can go up to there at the most. I don't think I have space for a proper station here. I can adjust it, but... Be careful after I place it all the way up here. That I don't let all these random rails linger. Still need to fix that. The loading should be fine. There's too many of these in the area. That will work. This will be iron ingot drop off. They can't get there yet, which is fine because it's out of robot range. Is that actually going to build the rest? It might actually build that. Cool. Okay, this all gets built. Then it will be able to deliver. In this scenario, it will not be a normal unloading though, because I just need... I only need to have logistics access. So I'm gonna get rid of that. This is not the correct play, but I love the idea of this. I don't think it's the right choice, but I do think it's funny. And I think that the fact that it's funny is good enough for me. Okay, nobody's there because it's not turned on yet, because there is basically nothing to pick up there. The sulfuric acid is still doing poorly. I hope I have enough oil refineries sitting around to scale this up a bit. Good, I do. That might run into another problem, but that's for the future. Okay. I can pull these. Up. To here. I can probably... Actually, the alternative is just beacon. I think beaconing is better. I need to figure out a way to lay out beacons for these, but for now, I'm not going to worry about efficiency. It's going to get them working. Now, those are under, which means that's fine. It's this that needs more, which means that I didn't reconnect this properly because I didn't leave myself space. This needs to go there. There. That will be wanted eventually, but it's all connected. It's all being processed. Now, am I getting sulfate sulfur? Yes, I am. Wonderful. Now my sulfuric acid should be at an okay pace. This is bugging me too much. I need to put a roboport in the middle there, because that rectangle is awful. Okay, now it doesn't bother me anymore, because it's gone. That's not ideal either, but... Oh yeah, that does actually need to be fixed, because I do need logistics. Put this here. Power there. So they should be filling up faster now. It should be twice as fast. But it's still not a speed that's visible. That'll fill up. That's there. I still need the pickup train. 2 locomotives. I still need cargo. I should have control clicked that. I need to do something with the scrap. Not a permanent issue, it's just... it just exists. So I should do something about it. Oops. I'm surprised I didn't add a rocket fuel to that one. That one's currently traveling to here, which is good. That's what should happen. Which means that if I have an extra, I can turn this on as a pickup. It won't load enough, but it will do its job, and I can add an extra train now. If the refuel gets to it fast enough, my rocket fuel doesn't get placed in this good. Okay. Train happy. Once the fluid starts moving, I'll have uranium being mined. When I have enough uranium, it'll start cycling. It'll drop off. It'll output onto this line. I could probably pick this up. Then it will go here. It'll get processed pretty slowly. I might want beacons near here. Processed, sent to here. The first 40 or first 80 to 35 will get fed into this. It'll start cycling, then it will feed in, and then it will be producing power. I could probably rip up most of these belts and use robots, particularly right here. But that is fine. Oh, that's an unfortunate size. I don't need... oh, I guess I could just do that to speed those up. Let me move it over more. That will speed those up once they get moving. That should hopefully work. If this doesn't work, can I fix it with robot? I think so. As long as I leave materials. As long as I leave enough chests that are accessible. I can make more crafting if necessary. Let's put this here. It's not going to go anywhere. I can craft stuff if necessary. I can do a lot of stuff as long as it is accessible. This I don't need. Nope, I didn't mean to click that last one. As long as I leave my stuff in usable locations. Turn off requests. How's the point defense ammo? Sitting in here, not filtering through? No. Do I have enough point defense ammo? It's not in logistics, but it... Oh, I guess it doesn't get referenced if it's in a requester chest? That makes sense. Or I have... Okay, no, these networks are disconnected. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't read those, which is fine. Gun rounds, I don't need them. Repair kits I like carrying. I need the space capsule to leave now. I'm gonna go on this ship because it has more space. I should set up proper systems for this. I really should have quester chests set up for these. It would feed that limited by that. And I also want a copy of that. Excellent. I'll leave my spare cargo there. So that is slightly empty, which is intentional. Keep the rocket fuel. Well, I'll keep some of the rocket fuel. I want my life support, beacons, centrifuges, refineries. Basically everything can stay here. Keep my robots with me. That can stay. And I can carry as much of the beryllium as I can. Which will not be enough. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6,000 beryllium. Which, while waiting for the next set to refill, should be enough for... So 2 is 1,000. So 40 science pack 1s is 1,000. So it's gonna be an okay amount of science. And by the time I have the science stuff actually built, I'll be in a much better spot. I'll fill the rest up with this, and I'll head back to normal Novus, not the orbit. Default landing pad should be fine to launch. Let's double check. It's empty. Good. I'll save. And I'm back. I have a reasonable amount of metal. I can come back if I need to. Let's turn this guy. Oh, I can't. I guess I don't exist. Kind of in a different dimension or something. But this can get me research while my metal keeps collecting. Interesting that this doesn't disappear when I'm here, but the rest of it does. Okay. This all needs to go. Oh, I don't have anything that pulls that out. I could probably set up a, whoops, I need to turn that back on. A requester that outputs it onto the top of this belt. And then that would probably be fine for now. I need to deal with this. I don't know where exactly. It must be. It's not this one. This one's too small. It must be these two that are the issue. Might try setting up just a remote artillery. I can't feed it with ammunition though. I'd have to just do it manually. Which isn't ideal. Yeah, like this one here is clearly part of the issue. I'm just not sure. It doesn't look like this one's, despite eating up so much pollution, this one doesn't seem to be the problem, which is, it's mostly that's, oh, this one is an issue too. That one's surprising to me, that this seems to be a bigger issue than this one. Because this should be eating up more, but maybe this is all coming from here. The way biters attack is always confusing to me. Because... Actually, I can watch these for a bit. Maybe these are the actual issue. Like, any one of these, I assume should be attacking here, but I guess the pollution's coming from this side? Because I'm under the impression... Oh, they are actually feeding it over here. I caught that this time. So they are, like, mustering over here. It's like an... I'm not really into RTS games, but I know that you can, like, muster in some of them. Select where newly spawned units go. And I guess that's kind of how... Muster might be the right word, but I guess that's kind of how this is behaving. I'm surprised it's here and not kind of in the middle, but I guess it makes sense. I guess those are the ones I need to blow up. I can set up... I could set up a bot thing to supply artillery here. Artillery covers quite a range, and then that would be fairly safe. These ones look like they're collecting as well. Maybe they're also managing to send it properly? Oh, they're gone. They're there. So these are the ones going here, which are being dealt with. It must be that the ones down here are making their way around. These ones don't stand a chance, which is quite positive. But these ones must be managing to make it around. So the real issue is just that the the angle that I'm trying to work with here is kind of bad. Like if I put these further back, I think it would be better. And just fill the entire... I think if I just put laser turrets all the way to here, it would be better. We made it a couple layers deep. All the way around there should be safer. That should hopefully be better. Yeah. What is this? It's feeding there. Feeding up. Okay, that is correct. Weird. I'm surprised I built that with a lower tier assembler. That's fine. It'll be fine. I mean, it's repairing itself. It's not actually causing any real issues. It's just an annoying pop-up that's gonna happen forever. I wish I could dismiss that, but it should be fine. Like, it's not gonna break anything, and if it does, if it breaks anything important, I can fix it. Oh, and it's not constantly building these anymore. Good. I could start making some of these. And ship more vulcanite here. I could just do it manually for now. Just put a bunch in the chest, let some craft. But restrict it much more heavily. Craft a productivity module 3. Cool. I'm surprised that that's still an achievable achievement in a modded world. I guess because it's still crafting it, and it's like the recipe's not easier. Oh, hello. Or hey, even. Oh, efficiency 3. Don't know why that got crafted. Oh, because I had the cold that I never actually delivered to this location before. Doing well. How are you? How are you doing? Okay, this is working. It's gonna make efficiencies that I don't actually need yet. But that's not actually an issue. This is crafted. I kinda want more. I kinda want more of these collected. Let's go 500. 100. Restrict those. So happy. Everything's running well for now. So if I focus on astro science, I want to make sure that I actually have the resources. Did this still have my requester hooked up? I don't think it did. Yeah, that's not connected. I did it manually here. Why is this not delivered? Oh, it's not delivered because I didn't put the power. I've heard a vintage story that it's kind of adjacent to a Minecraft mod that was Terra Firma Craft. So I want to fill the rest of this rocket with materials for more platforms. More platforms. It's a 2-to-1 ratio of inventory. So if I grab 10 of those, then I want 20 of these, and 20 of these. So, I don't know a lot about Vintage Story. I just know of its existence. 20 more stacks, 2, 2, 1, 5, so 4, 8, 8, yes. So 8 stacks of this, 8 stacks of this, 4 stacks of steel. And I can fly. Why do I have... I thought I did the math right. Oh. It's not full because... of that. And I had a fractional stack before. That's fine. I can go back up. I don't know if I even need to go into space right now, though. There's no reason not to go up with the rocket. But once the rocket gets up there, I will need to get to work designing stuff. Which I don't have all these. Okay. That's a lot of components. So, if I run speed 3s here, I only need 2 manufactories to make blank observation frames, which I'm currently requesting with Beryl instead of other materials. I'm gonna have to redesign stuff already. I don't think my current blank data card system is gonna work. But it's about 40 of each. Why are they different ratios? 60, 60, 60, 20, 20, 20. 8, 8, 7.8. What are these recipes? 10 and 1, 85%. Oh, it's a different return is why they have different required amounts. 98% because it's visible observation. 90% on UV observation. And 85%. Yeah, I guess it gets more complicated, so there's more junk. Or maybe it's just there's more junk because there's more junk. Okay. It's gonna be rough. If I lean heavily on bots, it will be less bad, but I need 25 astrometrics. Unless I module them. I should definitely module and probably beacon these, because that will make it a lot less awful. Yes, 2 of each is a lot better. Oh yeah, sorry, master plan foiler. Terraformacraft is a mod that is used in a bunch of mod packs, kind of, but it turns everything in Minecraft into a chore, but in a attempt at like Bronze Age, Stone Age type realism, sort of. And there's mod packs that mess with it. I don't know if it's an up-to-date mod at all, though. And the different numbers. Yeah. Yeah, like, it makes sense why, like, visible observation data is more reliable, because you just... It's more direct, I guess, like... And I mean, if each of these had the exact same recipe, what would be the point of them being different materials? Because if they had the same return rate and everything, it's basically the same thing 3 times. So, speed, everything up. Yeah, I don't think I can avoid not module, like, I have to module this to not lose my mind. Can these be built on the ground? Nope. Darn. Only 1 space manufactory there. Like, I have enough speed 3s that I can collect that this isn't an issue. That last one doesn't need to be... Oops. That one doesn't need to be done, but... 0.3, 4.6 worth it. It's worth beaconing. Is it worth beaconing? Yes, it is. This will cost 303 megawatts if I don't efficiency anything. Currently, I have 110. I would need to adjust. I could try and efficiency some of these, do a bit of a mix, like this could be efficiencyed. That's probably not a major power consumer. Max is 1 megawatt for telescopes. The astrometrics are max of 1 megawatt. I bet everything's 1 megawatt. Yep. Except maybe this is 2. But it's just a lot of telescopes. I just don't. Unless I build a nuclear reactor. I think it is strictly better for space to be using efficiency for these. And that brings it down to 100 megawatts, which is pretty meaningful. So from... Yeah, it's a third of the cost. I think that's worth it. I never use these. I just don't want to spam any more solar panels. Yeah, like, but I'll need to get it not destroying everything. Wait, can I... Now look at the flat solar. Tear up is a step away. Like, I could make these... Actually, I was gonna say I can make these now. I can. I can make them right now, and I can probably have a bot. I can probably do this from here. And just have robot build for me. Oops. Control 2. I could probably do the... I'm lost. Oh, because it doesn't craft in that, so I can't use my convenient button push. I need something else. Multispectral is in a space manufactory, which I am not going to set up a blueprint for. But I can place one, I can steal the chemical gel directly, I could figure out a way to get the lubricant, and then the rest can be delivered by bots. And then I can get multispectrals crafting less efficiently than with iridium. And then I can gradually replace my solar panels. How do I want to do this? This is here. I could get one of these. Severely restrict it. Steal those. Then put a requester chest closer to where I need it. So I need one of space manufactory. I need a pipe to feed it. I will need space. I'm going to let myself work. Then I make the mirrors. Oh. That's unfortunate. I sort of assumed it would be a nicer recipe, but copy that. Then put a... This is super jank. So this will fulfill the lubricant requirement here eventually. Then I just need that requesting. It'll get me the multispectral mirrors. Then the next recipe is also in a space manufactory. Where I can request solar panels. Might not have enough at all of... No, I have 2400 in logistics storage. Are my bots busy? No. They're in storage, aren't they? No. Are they... Where are these supposed... In the buffer chest. Shouldn't they be able to draw from that? Also, I didn't connect this properly. This should be connected to the green as well. Why? The whole point of buffer chests was that requesters could request from them. Oh, you have to click request from buffer chests. My bad. Oh, yeah, I do need the scrap. Filter for the mirrors. Craft me some flat solar panels and output to a logistics chest. This will need scrap. Filtered to scrap. Might need to be a faster thing. This one definitely needs to be faster. And it's very fast. Efficiency it? No, not efficiency. Productivity it? No. But I can just do this for a bit. Then I need to deal with the scrap. I need a requester. My scrap goes in here. This will request scrap, and it will actually finish pressing the, well, scaffold, not scrap. Scrap. It will request it, and it will dump it all in the garbage. Eventually. I'm assuming I have a lot of scrap stored elsewhere. Ah, yes, I forgot. My barrel recycler can be a requester chest here. Requesting barrels. This again might feed into an issue. Wonderful. I should probably restrict this a bit. Oh, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't, you know, Q. Yeah, start replacing all these solar panels. So my power gen. Should go up. But I have lost more than I've replaced. That will fit eventually. Ooh, I wonder how these work alongside those. This will be good. Oh, that doesn't line up. Okay. I should just put it here then. That's unfortunate. The density around these isn't really... Oh no, it does get the upper ones. It's just very hard to see. It gets 2, which is fine. This space is gonna be wasted. I could probably be more efficient. Whoops! That's a manufactory that I took out accidentally. This is for scaffolding. I think I had speed upgrades in it, but that should be fine. Oh, this isn't what... That would be another part of why that wasn't crafting as many as I thought it would. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. This will be pretty effective. I guess I should have lasted a minute. it is kind of impressive how 70 of these outproduces 217. It really does have a much more efficient per object, but it takes more space, so it's not the same. That. It looks a lot better, because these actually, these line up okay, left to right, but they're intentionally rows, where these make nice tiles. It's kind of like a, say a bathroom floor, but really any tiled floor or wall. This will... It's really not an interesting power source. It's kind of aesthetically pleasing though, in the space to have big arrays of solar panels. Okay, this is dead because it's out of glass, which is not surprising. I think for now I just launch it. And if I need to go up, I can go up. But I can do it remotely. I don't need to fly every time. Okay, how is this? Is this functional? Good. I'm sitting at 1.6k, 2k logistic spots. Ooh. I could probably do with more. Like 1,200 construction bots. That's all simple. Oh. I guess, like, in more complicated context where you're not just totally free. I want this to be faster. Ooh, wait. No, this already carries extra. Are these... Oh, I can override stack size. Yes. Just make sure it doesn't grab more than one ever. Which it shouldn't because of the type of item it is, I think, but... You can... That's kind of cool. If I look at the research... It's not going to be under this research, it's going to be somewhere else. But the idea of, like, you get the energy and then you share it remotely, it's kind of cool. Oh, do I not have a requester for glass? I don't. That makes sense. My general space stuff is set to 0. I guess I need to ship glass manually. Where am I stealing my glass from? I think it's over here. That should be enough glass for now. Not gonna go up for a while. This is emptying out slowly. Still might need to fix something about this. But research is being done. The iridium heat shielding is worth researching. The efficiency 4s or whatever. Coal liquefaction, funny. Yes, it's the other options for power seem like they could be interesting. I just want to look. Actually, let's look for power. Maybe it will give me... Nope. Oh, actually, though. The add-on power pole is such an interesting little piece. Just individual building power poles, kind of cool. Is there fission? Antimatter, fusion, dynamic emitter, rapidly adjustable light. Nope, that's not relevant right now. Space probe, rocket silo. But the picture for the space probe rocket silo is clearly the space probe rocket. I guess the other energies things are probably under energy research. Nanomaterial, shield protector, heat exchanger, turbine generator, antimatter. Yeah, I will not understand it until I actually... I have no idea what these arcospheres are. That's late game. I won't have any idea about how it works until I actually get to a space elevator. But the idea of like the power transfer element is kind of... It's interesting because I have no idea how it is supposed to work. I wonder what world this is the ideal. I wonder when matter fusion becomes the way. Presumably it's just convenient if you can produce the test data and the particle streams. You can just get whatever you want, but... It's weird. Now I have to look at the word arcosphere. Well, I don't want to look at the word arcosphere, I should do it here. Arcosphere. Lambda, xi, zeta, theta, epsilon, phi, gamma, omega, all of that. Wow, okay, so this recipe will occasionally switch to the alternate recipe of the same name. What? That's so weird. So you get... There are two sets that you can produce, and it randomly switches between the two. Or there's more than two? Okay, there's two polarizations, then there's inversions to convert them between the two types. Oh, that's very... Yeah, that's very interesting. Very weird. Like, I think it's a cool idea. I can't imagine, like... It's one of the things that I can't imagine how you would be like, oh yeah, this is a step that I think I could think of for science. I just can't imagine that. It's just different. That's cool. Like, I guess, so you do this, you get that, you get, oh, and then the different craft components for certain things have different splits on the, oh my goodness, what a process. It's too far away for it to really track for me, but it is something. Like, that is... It's crazy to look at. Oops, ironing it sitting here. These can move over here now. That's not unimaginable as an idea, but it's like, I would never. It's just, I don't know. I'm in awe. Like that. Connect it. Okay, finally keeping up with all of the robots delivering items. It's funny to think now, when I eventually, if I don't surrender to the world, the idea of like going from iron gear wheels and copper plates to this super involved arcosphere crafting for the final sciences. It's a fun scale. This is almost half full already. Is this emptied? No. Is it still emptying? Yes. I currently... Oh, those are full. Okay. Guess I need more storage for that stuff. Probably should be using a big thing instead of doing this, but for now I don't have... I want to figure out how to fit it in here. Well, actually it's pretty easy to fit it in here. I need to move this out of the way. Of course, I've already doomed myself. By doing that, but... This will get the stone out of the way, so we'll get the ingots out of the way. The low densities will still be in the way. They should be in here, but I don't have space. You know, despite being in space, I don't have enough space. It's kind of a flawed design. I could move this. How to set it up? I just multiplied by 48 after putting in a stack. Okay. I could put the stone in here. And just start moving crossing units and small electric motors into these buffer chests, which there will probably be an issue with this methodology eventually. But it deals with my current issue. And while it may produce an issue later, why are these two separate types? Here's what it is. That deals with the issue. This is its own issue that I can't really deal with. The steel, the solar panels. Where should the solar panels be going? Why are the solar panels here? They're for utility science, which means those should be moving into here. But I changed one of these and removed it, I guess? Oh, no, it actually did get dealt with. Somehow. Steel's still an issue, but it's moving. Oh, I need to adjust. to make these all requests from buffer chests. I wish that was default. Maybe there's a setting I can change, but I don't know if I've ever felt like I would not want them to request from buffer chests. Glass. These don't actually need buffer chests yet, but I'm gonna preempt it. Okay. This is mostly emptied out. This will empty eventually. The steel is currently fine. I could move rocket fuel, but it's probably best to leave that there. Only issue is the automation science, and that should filter in there eventually. Many distractions. Thermal radiating. Oh yeah, this one. The significantly, yeah, 10 times the amount. That's important. Eventually. I forgot I could research the atomic bomb. I could even craft atomic bombs. Those would be pretty useful. And clearing out nests, those are probably worth it. I'm actually getting them at a point where I would want them. Wonderful. This is all working. Yeah, everyone loves giant bombs. Oh yeah, what I want to do here is actually... This turns on if it is greater than 2,000 of the fuel. I'm gonna... I have half an hour. I don't think I'm gonna science fast enough to blow up any biters today, which is a shame. Huh? Why am I lost? Uranium fuel cell, not nuclear fuel cell. Uranium. 2,000. It gets turned on there. This is currently an issue. So this won't fill up because of this, but... Guess I could also add that. Can I rocket? Or, I don't think I can. I can delivery cannon. 235. That's useful to know. If I'd brought stuff to that ice planet, it would have been helpful in jump-starting the process that is currently not even started yet. Why is it not even started yet? Is it still not? That's filled up. Oh, wait. No, it's turned. It's called pickup. Where's the train? Oh. Oh, that's bad. Oops, I have to turn. Can I fix this without it driving me mad? I don't think I can. Because I don't have bots that can do this for me remotely. I mean, I can probably just check it occasionally and it'll be fine. Like, once this starts rolling, I'll have plenty of sulfuric acid. And, like, it's not going to drain that much. can't share the train station. I could cut this off, get rid of that, and then they would both stop here. Then this would, if this was sitting there, then it would never move, so it would be a problem. I guess I'd have to babysit that occasionally. Mistake. Oh well. This one's not filling because I have nothing to ship there yet. The Vulcanite planet will need me to ship some stuff eventually. $50. So expensive. 50 Vulcanite blocks. I was actually able to make 50, but that took all of the excess Vulcanite that I had left behind. Though, saying that, it's not really a problem. Because I can ship more? Maybe? I'm not actually sure if I can ship more. I might need to drop off. I might need to send a ship for rocket sections. Nope, I need a capsule. Which is actually worse. The fact that I have to ship a capsule here and just a space capsule feels kind of bad. Is there anything else that that planet needs, though? And can I make it craft them? Can I make it craft a space capsule remotely? No, I cannot. I don't have any of those. I could send like a full rocket of space capsules there. Send like 420 space capsules. It's technically an option. Bad idea though. Oh, that's messy. Maybe I can just forget about it until I have a spaceship of my own, and then I can deal with it that way. Sweet. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say you just shipped entire rockets of them, but yeah, makes sense. I mean, I have 2 of these ready. Okay, so this is cryo and another. This is vulcanite and another. This is the third metal. This is iridium. Nope, that's not iridium. This is holmium. So currently I have nothing needed here. So I could set this to request those. I could put them in their uncompressed form to be inefficient. Okay, this is gonna... probably only need... enabled if it's less than 2? Because it will count the one in it. And this would be enabled if less than... I don't know. Oh no, it's totally fine to ship. It needs to be the correct ratio, that's not it. The 2 is not the right number. That is less than... I'll start with 400 there. 400 is a lot. These are 5 each? 5, so I need 20 to 1 ratio. 21 times 20, 420, leaving 3 more. It's just 23 times the number. 23 times 20 is 460. And 23 times 1 is 23, but I think I need 24? Because it might count the one currently in the silo? I also need to actually give cargo rocket sections, but that's later. This might all be a bad idea with the... Should wait till I have barrel parts and whatever, but... This is slow. It won't ruin it me. It'll be fine. I might just need to address this recipe. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The math is ugly. I'll just cut it down to, like, for now I'll just do half. Which means that I'll have space and it'll be fine. 12, 13. The ratio should be close enough. And it, realistically, if I'm doing it semi-manually, I'm probably not going to automate this anytime soon. And if I do, I probably would do spaceships or something instead. I could set up a signal receiver and adjust it to wherever I plan to send it next. And then that can be how I control how many to ship. Which for now, I'll just let this fill up. I can ship it as needed. But I think considering a receiver and doing the whole controlled circuit thing. But for manual, so I don't have to count. It seems like a good idea. So that's that. I need to do the barrel up above. Yeah. I mean... Who doesn't love having to carefully babysit every little thing that they mess up? Who doesn't love doing that? It's actually been better than I thought it would. Have I delivered any uranium yet? It does not look like it. Okay, that's okay. I got back. Wait. Did I get back and then have a... No, it's just that. Where's my... Where did I put all the barrel? Is it in here? Or no, it's still in here. I never took it out. Wow. It's... Yeah. I wonder if there's anything that I'm unwilling to put up with that, like, you put up with. I think I'm willing to put up with a whole lot of stuff. Silly to do this, but I just felt like I should do some concrete. Replace with improved concrete, even though I don't walk on the ground anymore. And then replace the normal ground with the worse concrete. Got myself sidetracked very effectively. Okay, what am I gonna do with the beryllium? The beryllium will go to space, so I should put it in here. But I should save a couple stacks in a place where I won't lose it. I'll save 5 stacks of beryllium ingots. 10 stacks of beryllium ingots. a nice number. Save that many for crafting rocket parts, probably. Oh, that's already full. That doesn't seem right. How is that already full? Oh, I reconnected that one recipe that was being undersupplied. And so it's catching up now. It's a lot of... It's also just a lot of iron. How much iron is in this? Almost 7,000 iron ingot that's only stacked at 50. A lot. I'm not gonna have enough vulcanite, which is a shame, but I can probably ship this up once it gets full. I'm so manually dealing with this. Yeah. Yeah. It will... Do I want on green still? What am I using the green for? Oh no, the green is this. So that, yeah, that's fine. Launch on cargo full. I don't know how that's gonna handle properly. Like if one of the sciences is at like 199, I assume that won't count as full. Or like 47 solar panels. I kind of hope that does count as full, because otherwise it'll just sit for a while, which will be silly. But either way. That's working. I kind of feel like I should upgrade these just because it's aesthetically displeasing. Yeah, which... it should be reasonable. The only issue might be those solar panels. Why is this not? Oh, that's not being built because I don't have any up there. That makes sense. Oop, always scares me. Okay, I'm not actually gonna let this launch properly because this is not gonna actually be full if I add this. But I need more of those. Oh, it did launch. Cool. It did treat that correctly, though. How'd this happen? Like, how would it ever remotely fill, like, automatically fill in that order? It must have something to do with how it leaves the inventory when it flies away. Like that, like, the way they put it together must have some sort of step-by-step process. Anyway, I want to put the beryllium. Very weird looking, but... oh yeah, those won't get pulled out. Ah, I got this to empty fairly quickly now. The glass... I don't know if I have a glass emptying location. So I might have to deal with that. Probably just add a glass grabber here. Not there, here. To get that into a place where I can make more solar panels. So I think if I build this whole thing as flat solars, I should have enough power. If I do the speeds, I will need more power. 303 megawatts. Oh yeah, it tracks the pollution. Again, it's weird that these space-only recipes have pollution values. It could be something restricted by just like Factorio logic, where everything needs to have a pollution value or something, but this atomic bomb will take 2.5 hours to research. Oh, no, less, because it's a faster research than product. It's a 45-second versus a 60-second. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Oh, yeah, you have 2 and a bit sciences set up. Beam sciences set up. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough science to finish this research, but... Oh, I should ship up, I definitely should send productivity 3s for the research. Which I don't need 3 of them anymore, but... that is definitely worthwhile. I can probably cut down to 2. Which will free up space. I can rip this all out and move it. It's probably the best thing to do. But I could start designing the next science process. Oops, I'll do that. Without leaving. What is... Oh, I drew a kind of nice line there. It was confusing me. I don't actually leave to start designing the space thing. It's just my perspective will be off. Okay. Yes, actually, the beacons are quite important. I need to... every time. If I don't want to go there in person, then I should definitely ship up some beacons. Yeah, if I get a beacon up there, it will help. I should put more beacons, honestly. 5 stacks of beacons is enough, but... well, that's 6 stacks of beacons. 120. No, these are stacks of 20, so that was 3 stacks of beacons. This is 150. So, that's fine. Carrying some beacons, carrying all this garbage. Oh, the biggest worry for designing this next science is that it is weird. I need 10 of each telescope. 2 of each astrometrics. So I could do 5 and 5, feeding into 2. For each row of those. The astrometrics will need blank data cards, which I'm going to set a new crafting recipe for them. It's easy enough. I could just adjust. How am I making blank? I'm making them here. I could just put these into a chest. That's probably the right thing to do. Why is the polished data substrate so bad? Oh no, what'd I do? Yeah, there's vector planner. I might not have enough polished data substrate without making a new one. Yeah, I'm going to make a new one anyway, which is fine. Yeah, thank you. So here... Oh, yeah, up there. Why? whatever, it's fine. Still the same requirements there. I will need more polished data substrate, so I won't be able to just feed off of what I already have. Yeah, it's confusing me. So the traditional is this is a byproduct, this is a byproduct. Those are both... This is producing 180 at those stages. I'm assuming it's just confused. Because yeah, that would cut down the amount needed by a lot. Gel savings, use water. Yeah. Just a lot of cosmic water. I'm gonna speed this up though. Or it'll be close enough to a beacon that I can beacon it. It's not a it doesn't seem like a crazy amount of chemical gel. Like 338's not a lot. I guess, yeah, the cycle back is relevant. I guess I just need to get tanks to store the contaminated garbage. Oh yeah, because this one here, I already needed the chemical gel for this, which is why I decided to use it here as well. But I don't need any chemical gel for the rest of the process, so keeping it as cosmic water has a lot of value. Why do depth of matrix and click here? Yes. Convert back. I can never track what I want to be unrestricted. This shouldn't be a byproduct, that should be a product. Why would the process whose entire goal is to... I guess it's because I set cosmic water as unrestricted that it is treated as a byproduct? For the sake of the math or something? Oh, and I do need the cooling, so I do need the chemical gel. It's probably fine. Is it... Oh, I guess it's the exact same speed as well, so... That certainly doesn't matter. This, whatever, I'll just leave it running at that speed. 330 megawatts, so the cosmic water, I will need to produce... That's just water and lubricant, and I can just scale this up, can't I? My current cosmic water, I produce 80 per minute when I can produce 20 per second. So I'm consuming 1/15 of my potential cosmic water production. And if I just do this, this would be 1.6k per minute, which would be more than I can currently produce. I think. I'd have to up my production by a bit. Oh, the contaminated scrap is gross. Could be really lazy and delivery cannon it to somewhere else. Could I just delivery cannon? It's a bad idea. It's wasteful. If I made delivery cannon capsules and I just launched it onto a planet that I'm never going to use, I could just forget about it. It's a bad idea though, because it's a waste of materials. I don't know if this is the correct unrestricted. What other options are there? I don't think any of these should be unrestricted. Unrestricted unrestricted items may become byproduct ingredients depending on the solver solution. Yeah. If I unrestrict this, what happens? Nothing. It's basically the same solution. Well, there's no reason it would change. 1.6... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, the 1.6k I get pretty much the full amount back, so I only need about 20 minus... I need 17 cosmic water per minute here. So it's it is, yeah, I don't need to produce any meaningful amount more. I just need a decontamination that produces this to get trashed. The scrap gets decontaminated, and then I need to do something with the scrap, which I can just use robots for. Robots solve everything. Yeah, like, I can just have the scrap go into a box that goes instantly to here to get turned into landfill. And then that will last for a while. I probably want a bigger chest for landfill, but... How am I at? Oh, nice. I bet I... Oh, I'm out of steel. That's surprising. Wait, this isn't requesting because it's not green. It's not green because it's not full, because I don't have enough rocket sections. Okay, because I'm feeding all my rocket sections into this. Through this. Which is my own fault. I need to circuit control this a little. Hold, only grab if rocket sections are greater than, I'm gonna say, 20. Which is not... that should be fine. I don't know. Scrap is weird. I've just been turning it all into landfill because it's convenient, but... Scrap can be used... I think, yeah, scrap seems to only be landfill or, like, iron, copper, stone, oil. Which is technically useful. You could fill up a ship with scrap, and then just when it fully fills up, you can get a bit of iron, copper, stone, and oil out of it. Which is not nothing. It's more useful than landfill. So it might be worth considering. But not yet, because it's not really that much anyway. This... Ooh, my steel's dead. Why is my steel dead? I think I know why, but... My steel's dead because this is too slow. I need to scale this up. Ah. Eventually your whole thing will break. And then you'll have to find where that chest is. Though, I guess all you have to do is, like, go to the orbit and search the logistics thing, because I assume you would put it in a logistics-enabled chest. Unlike this chest here. Wait, what? Oh, it is, okay. So, I need to check fluids. I'm making 530, I'm using 240. I should be able to double my... Oh no, I won't be able to, because the amount consumed is not totally constant necessarily. I need to double this. Scale it up. I just copy paste it to the left. Because I need more steel. Okay, 70. A few stacks of blues. And some furnaces. Well, I mean, I would say, like, more space but nice and tidy is... Well, considering that's not how I tend to do some things, I think that's a nice way to lay it out. Oh, this is still running yellow belts for these batteries. That's really funny. Yeah, I do have a tendency of trying to cram stuff in. Well, no. I either try to cram stuff in or I try to make it look kind of nice. But it's never for, like, organizational reasons. Because this whole... I bet this thing could be done in less footprint. Like, it could take up less of a footprint, but it looks nice. But it's not, like, optimal organization or anything. Yeah. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to just fill the entire orbit gradually with... These should be higher tier too, but... Fill the entire orbit with scaffolding. I got distracted. I was picking up the furnaces and casting machines. Where are my... Oh, something just crossed my mind. The space elevator stuff. There's a few recipes that my impression is they are... You can do them in space in a more efficient way. I might be wrong about that, but I like the... I'm thinking of the idea of, like, space elevators as stations for the... They're gonna be ugly. Space elevators as stations to work with certain recipes. Just sounds like a fun option eventually. Whether that's viable, I don't know. But little making use of the orbit, and like, oh, this, that, having different patches that are all disconnected sounds like a lot of fun. I imagine it's not realistic without, you know, mods to improve train logistics, but why are they not building this for me? Is it in... Oh, it's in crafting. It's in range. That's obnoxious. Oh well. Maybe I can achieve true elevator greatness. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think what I want to do is cut... Oops. Stuck. Wait till they fill up. Cut this. Move this back. Move it back. Cut to the left. Oops. Wrong turn. I think there's so much. It's probably... Space elevators could definitely be one of those things where I'm like, oh, it sounds really cool, but then maybe I eventually try and do anything with them and they become frustrating and I give up. Because that wouldn't surprise me if that happened. What are these connected to? Okay, they're connected there, which means that I can do... This doesn't look right. Okay, I see why it doesn't look right. Okay, need to adjust the belts. What did I do here? I just want it to look the same. You don't need to. there it goes like that. Messy. Yeah, like, my impression is that it feels like it should work well for like very restricted systems, but then those more complicated things introduce a lot of challenge. Whoa, I could have considered how to run this differently. I could have tried to beacon these instead of focusing on just physical expansion of scale up. Are these balanced in any way? No. So I do need to split this properly. It's gonna need to... This is gonna be really ugly. It used to look kind of nice, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. That can do that. This can pull over here. That splitter is silly. Now it's all dedicated. This could cause a problem eventually if I am not distributing them correctly. My steel gets to here. These are supplied. Steel is a mess. I just need to... It's been a while since I've built anything truly horrifically spaghettied. It's nice to do once in a while. Like a weird sort of cheat day or whatever. Just today's the day. To embrace the spaghetti. I hate how this looks. I need another one on the right for it to become symmetrical. But then it won't supply well. Oh well. This should increase my steel by enough. I hope. It's not consistent, but it is about, I'm gonna say 50, which I think is supposed to be, so it should approach 100. 100 steel per minute is double. 100 steel per minute means... Okay, yeah, I do need at least 1,000 total. I'm in caps lock. I never actually pay attention to that. I need to pay attention to time. It is time that I should stop, but I need to make sure I leave myself somewhere that I can remember what I'm going to do. What do I even need to do? So, I need to expand the... I need to expand the space platform a little bit. No, I don't. I have a lot of platform scaffolds. I didn't think I had that many. Wonderful. So, I have enough platform scaffolds, probably, to do the space science. I just need to design it. Which I can do, if I do it, like, here. I can design it away from everything, and then just sort of copy-paste it. So if I get started, just to lay down a baseline, I want to run into 2 of these somehow. These need telescopes, 5 each. This will go there. I'll need 1 for each. Okay, that won't work because of how they feed. Okay, good to know. I can probably... I need to feed items. I can probably put these close together. These need to be further apart, but need to be like there and there is correct. I can feed and then cycle it somehow. Yeah, like I can probably... I'm just thinking about for these. I might... Each block feels like doing this sort of thing would be good, but then feeding the blank observation frames can be handled by a requester. And then the final product can go into a provider. And then this can copy... That's not right. That should be lined up there. I can copy for each of the types. Infrared, visible, and UV. Which will work pretty well, I think. Having a big setup, like a central setup, will be for the best. Instead of this. This is not a good long-term setup, which it wasn't meant to be long-term, so I'm fine with it. Actually, if I design it in space like this, it will allow me to minimize the excess random garbage. I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna, extract items, how I'm gonna fuel, get the liquids in. But they're gonna go in. I can probably get these space pipes. I'll have to figure out items, but like base idea. These could go... Which means I should go there, because then that saves pipes. Into a central location. Just going over might be better, but for now, the basic concept, I'm gonna just... I shouldn't spend too much time, but yeah. Like centralizing these, maybe bringing it together there. And then feeding that into a cooling area. And then that would be those... That would be that and that dealt with. I don't have the astrometrics, but that's just combining the products, which is easy. I mean, that's that. I would need crafting for the blank observation frames, which if I'm doing stuff via bots, that's really easy. I can place it wherever. I can craft blank. I'm gonna do it with beryllium for now. Blank observation frames with a chest. I'll have to figure out the oil. And I'm running speeds. These are not correct yet. Okay, so it will, if I look at it for a minute, I'd have to do this. So I'd be crafting this, and then I'm also getting the step, well, other than the more efficient insight. Wait, what is the next? It's just adding the more efficient insight that makes the next science pack different? Yes, it's just a new, it's adding the broad astronomic catalog, which is more of the similar stuff. Okay. Which works off of astrometric data, which is the combined stuff. Interesting. Yeah. Like the only addition on each tier is the more efficient insight for that, which is why looking purely at this recipe here, it doesn't look different at all. Okay, then the third tier, that's not what I wanted. No, that is what I wanted, isn't it? Yeah, the broad astronomic there, not just in the insight step. Comprehensive looks different. It has lasers, it has the gravimetrics. Oh, does this have gravimetrics? It does, okay. But yeah, if I do it all very bot heavy, at least for now, then it's going to be a lot easier to go from one step to the next. And then maybe once I get to the final tier, I'll rely less on bots then, but yeah, I can see this, the data cards everywhere. And then junk data. If I handle data cards via bots, it is significantly simplified. Ah, the telescope. Telescopes are fun. Quite. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna interact with that. It might be each one has to be repeated. If I'm researching... So if I'm researching the next... I guess they... Yeah, they do all use pack 1 and pack 2. No, they don't all use, but some of them do. Some just use pack 2. It makes it kind of complicated for how to design it. Like... Or does it? Because this one, if I'm producing 20 per minute of this, and 20 per minute of this, I need 10 per minute of Science Pack 1, plus all the other components that are part of that. And 13 per minute, it sort of cuts into stuff interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm just wondering whether it will end up becoming a case of do the full line, use the numbers from Factory Manager, or Factory Planner. I say Manager, I don't know why. Use Factory Planner for this, and then do the whole thing again, or if I can siphon off of this without messing with it too much, or if it self-balances if I siphon off of this, then it's fine. But it's future concern. I just need to get the first one working, and then I can think about it when I get to the second. But yeah, I guess if I'm not belt heavy, it is a lot more approachable. And given that everything here is at most 0.3 of a belt, and the there's one, it's like a full over a belt. Oh, but that's over a blue belt, not over a space belt. But I don't have enough deep space belts, so that's not actually relevant. That might be something I need to be concerned about, because it's just a lot of stuff to carry by bots. Oh yeah, because I can change the insight recipe, can't I? So as I go up, that step of the previous ones gets better and better. If I just set 20, 20, 20, it might be fine for now. I'll approach it after I finish the first science, which is not even going to happen today, but I'm 30% of the way to an atomic bomb, though. Yes, the significant data is kind of neat with the, Why? Okay, I don't know how to... I have to find where that is. It's this tier. These. Panspermia? Xenoprogression... Biomechanical... Oh, yeah, biomechanical. I kind of want to look at all these names. Panspermia... What does that have to do with... Astronomic? I don't know. Biomechanical, biochemical. Names make sense, mostly. Xenoprogression? Biologic... I guess the biomechanical. Xeno is the astro. And then progression is like biomechanical, where it's a biological organism that's making progression via mech augments or something. Astrobionic. No idea. Nanite is energy, material, bio. That makes sense. Universal is just everything. That makes sense too. Funny. There's a lot of stuff. But I have enough set up here that I will be able to remember what I'm doing next Saturday. And I will be able to... I should be able to get the science working easily enough that I can get some research done. I don't know what research would be important right away, but in rocket cargo safety, those are pretty important to get a few copies of. The reusability for more efficient rockets. Aeroframe, that's the important one. That's probably the most important research. As well as these. I can make better jetpack. A better jetpack's pretty cool too. It's not important though. The catalog's important. Why is the cryogun astronomic? That feels weird. Oh. My hope is maybe... I want to believe that I can get the science producing an amount of science within one session. Is what I want to believe. I can absolutely believe that it could then take another 1 to 2 to 3, just sort of interspersed fixing it. Like, I bet it will be working, then it will break, then I'll have to fix something, and it will cycle a few times before it's actually working. But I believe in one session of play, I should be able to get one science pack. That's my goal. And I think I can achieve that. More than that, debatable. I might also do this research. That research is... Oh, that's tier 2. Because I queued that already. Okay. Yeah, so the most important researches to do are The aeroframe line. Oh, thermal radiating efficiency. That one's important because that changes how I will design cooling. So that's actually very important research to get done. Because that's... Is it 10 times as efficient? And then the thermal radiator 2 is a... Oh, and then there's speed and efficiency there? What are these? Oh, it's a fast cooling versus efficient cooling. I probably lean efficient instead of fast. I guess it... I think I want to get it for the sake of planning, but the efficient feels bad, I think. It's only a fifth as bad. It's 5 times more wasteful. It takes 1 second instead of 10 seconds. It's interesting to me, the efficient. But it doesn't actually matter. Because this recipe's not that expensive. Like, it's cheap enough that I really shouldn't be concerned about it. If I go fluid production, I produce about 60 per minute. It's peaked at about 240, which is kind of high. But that's not that much. Oh, wow. The fact that it's larger than your science means it's probably not worth it. I mean, if you have to have enough machines actually, or could you have enough tanks on one side? Like if you just stockpile a bunch of the cooled stuff, and then eventually it will... Okay, not all science. That makes more sense a little to me. But if you stockpile the cool stuff, you make a ton of it, then you regulate it appropriately once you have a large stockpile. Okay, I have to look at the efficient. Like if you collect like 20,000 thermofluid in like a tank, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, multiple. Oh, because you need... Yes. I'm not accounting for the reality of 200 seconds to process 500, which if I'm using 22,000 thermofluid, I would need a lot of radiators to do it efficiently. 25. Math is easy on this, but I'm just blanking. It's not hard math. It's just 22. I hate that it doesn't auto clear. 22,000 divided by 500. Nope, it's not 500. It's 200 divided by 60. So that's 3.3 time per... 3.3 per of those to get 500 per minute. So 22,000 divided by 500 times 3.3. You need 150 to process 22,000 fast enough with the efficient cooling? a lot. That is a good point, that I could just click this. Efficient. Where did it go? It was 147. I was about right. Though I did discount that you can speed them up, which helps a lot. It's still 44. That is a lot. I like the idea. Just a giant radiator in space. Space pipes are expensive, though. I also need to ship more glass into space to make more space pipes. It's interesting. I guess I might not design around it then. Yet. I might if it comes to it way down the line, I might try to design with that in mind, but for now, 44 is a lot. And that's with it all sped up. And then all the beacons needed, and that'd be 130 speed upgrades, plus all the ones in the beacons, which I have enough modules, but it's kind of a lot. Dude, yeah. It doesn't sound terrible, it just doesn't sound worth it right now. I guess the math there becomes if I cool this with the normal cooling method, then I need an amount of normal thermal fluid. Where's the rest? That's the recipe? And that breaks the entire thing. Linearly dependent, because I put it in the wrong order. Unrestrict that. So thermofluid. Oh, okay, that's the cooling. Am I doing this wrong? Oh. Oh, I'm not accounting for the cold thermofluid that I need. Which is not, I'm not doing it correctly there. I need the actual cold thermofluid. Which doesn't feel right. But it is. That changes it. I think, yeah, I was looking at the wrong thermofluid type, which needs a cool thermofluid to craft. The 25 degree gets cooled to that. Yeah, I just need to find... So the hypercool is the endpoint there, which is a 25 degree, which needs that, which I can then request. I can then put the recipe for the cooling, but it's still broke. Then I need to unrestrict thermofluid. And then I need 900, I'm finally getting to what I was trying to figure out. Then to craft the normal thermofluid, which might be wrong here, I need that. Which I want this to be unrestricted. If I'm crafting 902 thermofluid per minute, I'm assuming in the same scenario I'd be crafting 90.2, so I'm saving about 800. If I did the efficient setup, I would be saving about 800 fluid crafts per minute. 800 per minute, making 25,000 fluid. If I round up to 1,000, that's 25 minutes. It pays off the initial investment. The math, I think, is wonky. But I think the efficient pays off in like an hour. That. If I get rid of that, get rid of. I shouldn't get rid of them, but it's efficient. Not the complaining, then that's the crafting. Yeah. It saves a lot of. Yeah, it does save, like... Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. It does save 815 thermofluid per minute, which has to pay off very quickly. So it's totally worth doing the efficient thermal radiators, which I think makes it, it does make it a pretty easy choice. It will take up more space, so technically there's an investment of additional scaffolding, but that's not really that much. Though, I'll have to actually do the research to be able to do that, so it's not going to be able to be done right away. But I can get it working until then. But it's worth researching it early. Yeah. It'll be worth it. It'll be simple. I just need to make sure that I send up enough materials. It's a lot more radiators. The math might be slightly different. It'll still pay off really quickly, because it's more because of this two-step cooling process. It still seems, even if it's twice as much, it'll pay off in an hour instead of half an hour. Completely valuable for something that can be running for tens of hours, probably. Maybe even hundreds, I don't know. This probably should be sped too. Or sped as well. Okay, I should be stopping. It was a lot of fun looking into how I'm going to set up the science a bit. Some of this will be... Oh yeah, but it really does put it in scale. Almost 90 radiators, which is significantly more than any of these other objects. Yes. Yeah, I guess I'll have to think about expanding the thermal cooling even more, like leaving space to expand it further. Oh, I need to not keep going, but I could design it for thermal cooling relatively well, I'd want thermal cooling and like machine cards to be close to each other, and then have sciences kind of corners around it. Might be the play. I guess, yeah, at least for a long time, they don't really piece together. And once it reaches these thorough combinations, I'll have other stuff. I'll have to change it once I have the other sciences anyway. So stuff will be shifted. Stuff will be different at that point. Okay, I'm going to wait for it to autosave before I save again, so that I have two saves in case one of them happens to randomly corrupt again. Okay. I mean, if I just look here. Like, there's all these cooling things, this material science. 1.8k. Maybe it's missing a step. Maybe this element's missing, but yeah. I guess the telescopes overheat. That's kind of fun. And I want the recipe. 8 thermofluid. It just auto-saved, I think. 8 thermofluid. I guess I just need to do more. It's not an increased amount of heat per 15 seconds. Perfect. Yeah. And I guess the fact that it doesn't really cost anything else is why it needs to cost a lot of cooling. I've never actually set up fire turrets to defend stuff. It never seems worth it. It's very weird they use that as an example, but I guess it looks cool. But yeah, thanks for hanging out as well. It's always a good time. Science will be great next week. I think that will be a fun time to set up. Because it seems more sort of complicated and interesting in some ways than the previous two. Just the way they... I guess they might be more accurate than they look. Like the way they shoot and then they don't hit the target because of motion, just it looks bad. The lingering fire on the ground is important, I think. But it just doesn't look like it kills them quickly. Someday, I should do a playthrough and defend my base with flamethrower turrets. Because, I mean, last Space Age I did gun turrets with a ring around the rosy rail system. So doing a similar thing but with flamethrower turrets could be pretty fun. As just a different... It just wouldn't work for the initial implementation, but it would be interesting. Okay. Just a visual is... Well, visual is a visual. It's not necessarily what's occurring. I mean, they probably should lead their shots, because if the spitters can lead their shots beautifully, then flamethrowers should too. But I was about to say I should stop. Those are the 3 dots. I always assumed 3 dots in a beacon because it was at speed 3. Is that actually how it works? Or do they just always have 3 dots? No, it does reflect it. I wonder how that works with the, like, higher tier space exploration ones. I should stop getting sidetracked though. Wait, I wonder... Oh, I bet it's 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot again. Okay. No more of that. I should stop. It's always fun. Thanks for watching, hanging out, and chatting. This will continue on Saturday. Maybe I do something before then of other content. I have no idea. Have a nice night, day, etc. This ship on the back, on the left is really bad because it's very wide. Bye-bye.